All right, guys. I was not going to make this video because I was like, fuck it. Nobody's making videos on these things. I just wasn't going to do it. Anyway, here's what we're talking about. I got one of these systems where you buy it off Amazon or eBay or whatever the case is, and you got it air ride. Listen, the components don't look terrible, and I figured it is what it is. You know, I just figured that it would be what it is. So, compressor comes in, it looks great. Shocks on, they look great. You know, I don't know how much they're going to handle, but I bought the kit that has the tank. Well, there's a problem. So, the instructions tell you if you have a crossover pipe that it won't work. I really wasn't paying a whole lot of attention to that. I just thought that, I don't know what the fuck I thought. Sorry for the cussing, but it's been 2 days of dealing with bullshit. So there's one video where this kit is actually installed somewhere in Germany or some shit, and the guy did it, but he used the hanger for the pipe back there to hang the tank off of. And I thought, well, okay, well, that's strange, but whatever. Well, come to find out, that tank goes right there where the crossover comes through, and that's why they tell you can't have that. So the tank is way too big to fit behind the strut or anything back there. So you're just kind of shit out of luck. Again, my stupidity didn't pay attention. So you have all these extra tools and shit that you're not going to use if you're not going to use this tank. So what's going to happen is I'm just going to keep all this extra shit. Excuse me. I'm going to keep all this extra stuff, and then I will use it. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to use it for. I'll use it for something, though. Me and Valley were joking earlier. We're probably just going to use it to put it on his truck air horn, or train horn, or I'll put a big ass train horn on my truck and run it through that tank. I don't know, but anyway, I'm not going to go through step by step because again, it just is what it is. I've got a photograph. So I went online, searched, and me and my commander, Big Country, went all through shit last night, and it just took forever. But anyway, I found a dirty air diagram that will work with the components that I have. It's down there. I'll add it to the video so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And if you guys purchase this system, like I said, Amazon or eBay or goddamn Alibaba or whatever the hell you're getting it from. If you purchase the system from there, then you'll be able to use this stuff, and you can do whatever you feel like doing with it. What I'm gonna tell you though is I'll come across and do a few videos as we're going, because I mean really and truly this shit's pretty self-explanatory. The only piece that you need is the wiring diagram and the hose routing. Not a big deal. The hose routing is pretty much the same. The wiring diagram is going to change just a little bit. It's just a relay, a dump valve, and really not much else, guys. It's not difficult. But anyway, I wanted to make this video real quick. So if you're thinking about buying this kit and you have a motorcycle that has a cross under pipe right there, don't buy the one with the tank. It's extra money. You're just wasting money. Last thing, yeah. Got something stuck in my tooth. Last thing. There's your center stand right there. That plug goes to something. No fucking clue what it goes to. I'm going to lift up the bike later on. If I find something down there that it goes to, I'll let you guys know. But I don't think it goes to shit. I think I'm going to have to cut it off and use that switch. I'm going to put my switch for my up and down for air ride in a little different spot. I'm going to test it and make sure it works first, and then I'll show you guys what I did. Anyway, buy the system for your bike. Looks pretty cool. Don't buy the one with the tank unless you have a 2-in-1 or you have sweet backs on one side, because that shit right there is not going to allow you to mount that tank anywhere. You can get a tank from other places that are smaller that'll go on that strut back there, and it'll fit and it'll keep you able to use it. I'm rambling at this point in time. I'm pissed. It's been a long day, a long night. But anyway, so I'll get you the wiring diagram that I found and then a couple other small things. Put this video out whenever I get a chance. Thanks, guys. See y'all. All right, guys. Back here. We got the bike plumbed. I'll go over that real quick, and then I'm sure somebody can tell me in the comments how I've created a death trap, because it's probably true. There's no instructions for this shit. So the only thing that we could do, like I said, I found somebody posted something online. I guess maybe it was a Dirty Kid or something like that, showed how they were plumbing their system, which is great, but it's not the stuff that we have. I have enough shit here to make it work, and I think it will. Just who knows? Anyway, here we go. All right. Compressor out, all the way up. Bypass the shock, all the way to a T. They say to put the T down there and then run this line to a Y, the Y to each shock. So this line right here runs all the way back to the shock. Free and mobile, it moves around, does what it needs to do. Same on the other side. I know we don't need to go through all that, but this is zip tied to the wires here. Yeah, can y'all see that shit? Hell, who knows? I'm sorry. This is zip tied to the wires here so it doesn't move. This is zip tied to the frame rail so it doesn't move. This runs up underneath all this stuff here, zip tied to wires to the dump valve. Dump valve to the dump, to the dump, to the dump, dump, dump. Dump valve's right here. Shouldn't be more, I mean, it really should not be a ton of pressure. And by what I'm reading and what I'm being told, whether it's right or wrong, it's on the internet, so it's always right? But if what I'm being told is correct, then it's not gonna make any difference. It's just gonna dump once that pressure release comes through. Again, no tank in this system, we're just running straight compressor. So it's plumbed now. I've got to wire it, and then I'm probably not going to tighten up the zip ties until I make sure that all the stuff's going to function properly. I'm steady running out of wire, so hopefully I got enough to complete what I got to do. I will tell you this, if you buy the kit, there's nowhere near enough wire in the kit. It's fucking horse shit, and it will not work. So you better make sure that you have some wire laying around. I believe this is 12 gauge shit that I had left over from something else, but it's aluminum clad. So, you know, use good shit. I just don't have any good shit to use. So, Valley, and here's another thing too, guys. I'm in a body shop. I've got great family out here that allows me to use the space. I'll say this much. They're considered a sponsor now. By God, I mean, I can't tell you how many zip ties that I've stolen, tape, and all kinds of shit in the shop that you have to do. You are going to need zip ties, not in the kits. You are going to need extra wire, not in the kits. You are going to need, actually the fuses are in there, so you should be good with that. Just understand, if you go to do this, do it during the day, because you're going to have to go out to Home Depot or Lowe's or someplace else and buy some shit unless you got access to a fucking shop like I do. Valley's been great. He said, just use whatever. This will be out of here today, whether it is on its own power or whether I put it on a tow truck and stick it back at the house. It's going to come out today, and surely to God. I mean, all I got to do left is wire the damn thing, so it's got to get out on its own power. Be very careful on the back side over there where the wiring is, where it rolls across, because if you try to run it down through, you'll run into the tire. Please don't do that. So we came over here, rolled it up over, it rolls up at the top of the fender. Can you see that? Rolls over the top of the fender right there, down to the shock, and it free floats. There's, you know, I don't remember, something like 6 or 7 inches of travel in total. It really shouldn't make any difference. But all of the air lines are up out of the way. There's the Lucky LED. Guys, told you about that. Call them up. They're on the sponsor video. Call them up. Say, hey, listen, hook me up. Hook me up with what Duster got. They got you covered. If you need any collision work done, VG Collision here in Ellabelle, Georgia. I'll leave the information in the pinned comment or in the description box below. He does do some custom stuff from time to time, but not a ton, but mostly automobile. So shout out to Valley. thanks so much for allowing me to use your facility, brother. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go steal some wire because I know he's got some in his box. I'm going to pray that I can get this shit finished and get out of here before too much longer. Once I get this done, I'll upload a video again showing you the wiring and where everything went. The relay is really the only thing that you have to hide. I'm not cutting shit out of this. I'm not even gonna edit this garbage. I'm just gonna put them together. I'm gonna put them together with a shot of the Collision Center logo and the information there. I'm going to add the Dirty Bird stuff that we found online, and I'm just gonna put it in there. I'm not editing this shit. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just gonna put it all together. Understand, if you go with this shit, it is a massive pain in the ass. So you better understand, kinda understand pneumatics. You better kinda understand electrical, or you just take it to somebody and have them do it. You mess up here and you know you could really hurt yourself. So like, I'm sure somebody's gonna see something I've screwed up on, and I'm sure that it's there because I'm just out of it at this point in time. But you got to be very careful because this is, I mean, obviously we're on twos, it's your life. So I'm gonna shut the fuck up now. I'm gonna close this down. I'm gonna wire this mofo and I'm gonna see if it works. As long as it half-ass works, I'm gonna show you a finished project. I'm gonna swear to you that I won, and I'm gonna shut this video off, and that's gonna be it. Now, whether or not I did win, I don't know. Who knows? We'll find out. But anyway, talk to you guys later. All right, guys, we're back. It is wired. It is functional. It works. I don't know why I'm surprised. Everything in there is supposed to. So, but anyway, let's roll. I put my switch right here. These are the relay and the dump valve right here. I'm gonna slide those. I never can tell if y'all can see. I don't have cameras, I'm using my cell phone. Anyway, check it out. All right, a couple things to discuss. First and foremost, the compressor, if you use the bracket that comes with it, again, y'all can see that. You're gonna have to slide it all the way back. So whatever you got going on here is gonna have to move. I know I've got a couple wires and things that I have to move on mine to make all this work, which is why I haven't tightened any of that shit down yet. But it's gonna have to go all the way to the rear to get this to clear the shock itself. Shocks are holding the air. The one thing I'll tell you, and there's always a little dip on your pipes down here. When it is extended fully, it will hit that and you will tear off the chrome on that pipe. I don't give a shit. This is a $200 Amazon pipe. I'm really surprised it's lasted 2 years. You know, I really don't know why I'm surprised. Like I said, everything should function. It's not a shithole. It just, there's no instructions. So, but anyway, here, look real quick. I'll try to kind of blow through this kind of fast so you guys kind of see what's going on. All the relay wires I'm hiding up underneath here. There's an inline fuse that goes to the battery. Don't fuck with that. Make sure you put that in there, okay? If you don't, you run the risk of melting the bike down. There's no reason, you know, not for a no damn $250 air ride kit. It's not worth it. Just put the fuse in. Fuse is in there. I'm going to stick all that stuff up in here. This is from what I understand about watching other videos, that's for, that stuff up there is the European emissions crap. We don't have it, so whatever. There's the relay that comes with the kit. There is the dump valve that comes with the kit. It's kind of deceiving. It doesn't look like there's a hole there. There is a hole inside this one, so you would look at it and you go, well, shit, the hole's got to be for the air to come out. All right, I'm back. So I'm sure there's plenty of you that know more about pneumatics and all this shit than I do, and if you do, then great. If you don't, that's fine too. Looking at this right here, you see a hole right there, and one would normally assume that if it's a dump valve, that's probably where the air is going to come out of. So plumb your pipe to that side. Don't do that. There's the hole on this side, and that goes to pressure side. There's this side, and that's the dump portion. And very well could be that maybe I just got the wires backwards and that's why it is the way that it is. But I'm going to tell you now, looking at this kit right here, here's what I have. You have the wires on the pressure side, okay? And I use the wires red and black as for their intended purposes. So it says that you can put them either direction. I use black to ground and I use red to toggle up. Again, sorry if you can't see that. I was really going to do this, the whole big thing and shit and shebaggle and make it all nice and pretty. I don't fucking care. It has frustrated the absolute shit out of me. I don't care anymore. It works. It functions. I haven't ridden it yet. I'm going to tidy all this up and then go ride it. And then if I'm alive, then I'll make another video at some point in time. I imagine it's a cheap kit, guys. I mean, really and truly, that's what it is. It's a cheap air ride kit, so I assume that, you know, there are going to be problems, and I'm keeping the stock shocks, and it will come off a hell of a lot faster than it went on. So, but look, you know, this is a 2020 Road Glide. The functionality is pretty damn good here as far as what you can get in. I'm putting the relay and the dump valve into that side right there. The other stuff I'm kind of tucking away up in here and in front of the battery. I'll put it this way. I'll let you guys know in probably a month or two what it is actually like. I'm a hefty person, so when I get on the bike, you know, I would imagine that if it's going to take a dump, it's going to take a dump with a big guy. So we'll see. All in all, once the instructions were made a little bit more clear, it's not difficult. There's nothing hard about this. You will need extra wire. You're going to need wire because it doesn't come with enough. The other guys said they needed extra air hose. This had plenty of hose. But again, now I bought the wrong kit. I bought the big kit. I bought the kit for the tank. If you buy the kit without the tank, you may need more air hose. I don't know. But what I'm going to tell you guys is this. As much as I bitched about it, it's fucking cool. So if nothing else, at least for today, it goes up and down like it's supposed to do. And I'll go ride it here in just a little bit. And as long as I don't die, like I said, I'll post some videos a little bit later on. But just for this right here, so mid-frame air deflector, I don't even remember. Somebody online had said they had done something like that. And it just seemed cool to me. I tested where it was against my leg. It's not going around anything. It's not going to hurt the position of where I sit or anything like that. And the majority of this stuff is either going to be hidden underneath the tray, behind this side cover, around the back side of the fender and stuff. But yeah, cool. So here it is one last time, up, down. For a guy that lost everything once, thought he'd never have anything cool again, I'll take it. Appreciate you guys watching. I know I got frustrated and not being very cool with editing and stuff like that on this one, but honestly, it's 5 o'clock on a Sunday and I got some work that I have to do for my 9 to 5. So anyway, I'm gonna stitch these together. I'm gonna add a few photos, like I told you, certainly of the shop here. Just got off the phone with Valley. He's a great dude. You got any questions or you got any body needs, please feel free to reach out. I'll leave the number in there. And then I've got a photo of this sheet. It's dirty, I guess it's Dirty Air's system, but it works phenomenally when you're not adding extra shit. I've got a center stand for this thing and it's over there in the corner. Not today. It's gonna take some, I wish it was air. I do. It's not air though. So it's electric and I just don't have it in me to mess with it today. So I'll put it in a box, put it in the corner, and maybe at some point in time I'll deal with it. Again, thanks so much, guys. I appreciate you watching. I hope this helps somebody. You know, if you're trying to put this thing in, it will frustrate the absolute shit out of you because you can't figure out what to do where. You're welcome to reach out if you have questions about it. Just say, hey, what did you do in this situation? Or if you don't see it in the video, I'm sure that there's no way in hell I'm going to forget this. So again, appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much. Have a great one. We'll talk soon. All right, here's the switch. I put it up here in my mid-frame air deflector. Just thought it's kind of cool where it sits, but there's where she sits. So Chuck, we had to slide it all the way back. I'll have to fix that, but when it's sliding forward, it did end up hitting the bottom side of the shock. So, but it works, Bubba.